The Republic of Armenia is facing not only a matter of foreign policy choice, but a fundamental question of sovereignty. Recent developments show that the Russian Federation is no longer relying on hybrid tactics alone. It is now applying overt economic pressure to derail Armenia's democratic path and block its integration with the European Union. But this is where the science of project management comes in. Problem definition, as per PMBOK. Problem statement. Armenian apricot trucks, and now with roses too, have accumulated at the Georgia-Russian border. Russia is refusing entry of goods as a means to economically pressure Armenian businesses and, by extension, the state's political trajectory. Immediate impacts of this are financial losses for exporters, risk of export market collapse, rising dissatisfaction among business circles, growing social-political pressure on the government. What should the state have done? Risk Management, PMBOK, Chapter 11. Risk Register, anticipate possible pressure points from Russia, including economic, informational, and political dimensions. Mitigation plans. Pre-establish alternative export routes such as European Union, Iraq, Iran, United Arab Emirates. Value chain diversification. Invest in domestic infrastructure for canning, drying, freezing, and processing. Contingency reserves. Create emergency public or private funds for immediate crisis relief. What to do now? Agile response. Agile means flexible response, sprint-based decision-making, and transparent continuous stakeholder communication. Immediate steps. Rapid impact analysis. One truck equals 20 tons of apricots. Wholesale price is about €2 per kilogram. Thus, in total, €40,000. Driver fuel preservation, €5,000. Total loss, €45,000 per truck. 1,000 truck scenario. Total estimated loss, €45 million. With a population of 3 million, it makes €15 per citizen. Now the key question, what costs more, €15 or state sovereignty? The answer is clear for any citizen of a democracy. And finally, compensation for businesses. Short-term, lump sum compensation or zero-interest emergency loans. Mid-term, tax incentives and implementation of insurance mechanisms. Future plan, strategic initiative, portfolio-level thinking. The state must treat itself as a strategic project, managing risk, allocating resources, and designing value-driven initiatives. Diversified strategy. New export routes. Target markets. EU, Middle East, Central Asia. Trade agreements, certification programs, export campaigns. Domestic value-add development. Export of dried fruit, preserves, organic frozen goods. Launch a national brand, Armenia Preserves. Institutionalized risk management. Establish a dedicated office for external economic risk. Continuous threat monitoring and early warning systems. Summary. The state is also a project. Like any well-managed project, it requires vision, risk awareness, adaptability, people-centered communication, and decisive execution. €15 versus sovereignty. Any democratic citizen will choose sovereignty. The rest is a matter of the state's agile response. Reminder, I'm not the Prime Minister. I don't aspire to be, and I cannot be. I am a project manager, but perhaps my experience can be useful to those who do make decisions. A bonus thought. Consistency matters. If a manipulative power refuses to import our apricots or roses, we must make a principled announcement. Fine, but not a single Armenian apricot or rose will enter your territory again. Let's start with the apricots and roses, the rest will follow. Best.